What a night this has been trying to figure out how to use equipment. And I'm usually pretty tech savvy, but today I was tested. So God says, you know what? We're going to mix it up a little bit for you. Anyways, I'm hoping very much there's someone out there. I know there's a whole bunch of people who reached out a little while ago. Let me start again. This is Helen Chin Lu from the Healing Place and the Healing Place Energy School. I am a certified reflexologist, a certified energy medicine practitioner, a Reiki master, and teacher. Can you please let me know if you could hear me? Give me a thumbs up. I will really appreciate it. Uh, I have been meaning to do a Ask the Reflexologist for a really long time now. People ask me all the time. I thank you so much for being part of my YouTube family. I'm approaching 14,000 subscribers, which is a lot of people who have a real interest in being proactive with their healing. Thank you, Amy. And feel free to jump in if you have questions, but I have a whole bunch of things that I want to go over tonight that people have started to ask me about energy work. And first of all, let me tell you, anyone and everyone can activate self healing. No one is exempt from the club. Even people say, well, I don't have the skills to do this and this and this. Well, you know what? It is not true. Everyone is capable of self healing. It's just that as a society, we've been taught to give away our healing powers to somebody else. And just, and especially the body has gotten really lazy if it is on medicine and it's expecting outside intervention. And I'm not saying traditional medicine is not a part of our lives, but let that not be your go to meds. Today, I met with I was interviewed earlier today by Stacy Younger. She specialized in anxieties, and we were talking about how does anxiety integrate with healing. Well, first of all, everyone experiences anxiety. No one is exempt from it. No one, absolutely nobody. It's just a matter, can you control it and not let that energy overtake you? And what anxiety does to energy a lot of time is it pulls you down and it spiral you into a darkness. The darkness could be stagnant energy, block energy, or you just feel off, which is a terrible feeling to be because a lot of times your body starts to spin with energy and you don't know which direction to go. So, questions. Somebody was asking me, I got three questions so far. There would have been a lot more people if they could jump on earlier, but well, frustration unfortunately didn't. The universe was testing me, as I was saying. So somebody asked me, does reflexology and energy work, does it help to fight illnesses and in this person's case, tumors? Well, reflexology is considered a relaxation modality that will get the body back into homeostasis. Because if you're under a lot of stress, what's happening in your body, it basically is going nuts. It's doing all kinds of things that is retaliating. Simple as that. Because especially if you're stressed, you are overscheduled, you overcommit. And I'm going to talk from a woman's point of view. Most women, and I'm not saying that men don't do the same. We the different sexes, the masculine energy and the feminine energy treat stress in a different way. And most of us, instead of learning to read our body's cue, we what we do more times than not, we override it. And before you know it, people are just feeling really uncomfortable. So coming back, relaxing, reflexology. In the 13,000 sessions I've seen, I have helped so many people to reactivate their body. Well, people will ask me, well, can reflexology, um, do I actually do the healing work? And the answer is no. What I'm doing as a alternative healer is reminding your body what it used to do on its own before stress, before medication, and before the body begins to deteriorate, because nobody is exempt from deterioration. Unfortunately, as we age, we have to do even more work to keep ourselves healthy. And that includes, you know, managing our stress, eating well, moving the body, learning to be mindful, and come back to life balances. And Amy, if you feel like asking me a question, feel free to do so. Okay, honey? Because I'm going to be talking a lot. And now people were expecting me at 8 o'clock, and now it's 9:14. Let me answer another question. I have one of my YouTube people asked me, she just saw one of my videos on how to address colic situation with babies. And she asked me if this reflexology tip will also help adults. Yes, I gave her the link to what you could do for hand reflexology to address respiratory issues, to help to calm the energy in the respiratory, calm the body, so the body has a chance to catch up to you. Because once the body has gone into stress mode, what happens a lot of times, the body forgets what to do on its own. So how do you stop that? I always have people to say, whatever you're doing, if you're in the crisis mode, stop whatever you're doing and just focus on your breathing, where you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You'd be surprised after 2 to 3 minutes of just taking full breaths, how much better you're going to feel. And just acknowledging that you have a lot of stress in you will remind your body what to do on its own. So try not to override your body's cues. That's really quite important. Um, I have somebody who also asked me about corns and calluses on the ball of the feet, and what does that mean? Corn and calluses, well, it could be foot mechanics and the way you walk. Unfortunately, very few people know how to walk the correct way. The way we're supposed to walk is the feet are supposed to walk straight in front of us. Most people walk to the feet out to the side or in. And what's important, most of us don't walk in. So that's going to cause body mechanics for the feet to do something really funky. And it's a lot of wear and tear in the feet. That's the physical aspect. The energetic aspect, when there's cracks on the feet, this is all about the first chakra, which I talk a lot about chakra work. As I mentioned, I just wrote a book called Know Your Chakra. This book is about fundamental understanding how energy flows in your body. I'm one of those people that like to start from the foundation and then work and understand what else is going on in the body. Because if you don't understand how your body energy flows, chances are very good you won't know what's going on in your body. So when there's cracks in the feet, and usually that's an indication of something going on in your life, unfortunately, you've lost control over. So think about what's going on in your family, or it could be a work situation that you are not happy about. And instead of doing something about it, chances are very good you become a victim of your circumstances. So feel free to ask me these types of questions about energy work. Lastly, I have somebody who asked me, his wife fell down and hurt the front of her brain, which is this is the cortex. The cortex is responsible for memory, communication, uh, attention span, language, and just being aware. Let me do this quick little reflexology tip of what to do on your feet. And then I'm going to show this demonstration on the hand. Your cortex, this is the front of the foot. And right here, this is your head area. You want to rub in this area to bring circulation and blood. And then from here, you could also work the tips of every single toe. This will address brain function and get the brains to work and bring energy to the brains. You could do the same tip on your hands. So you come to your thumbs and you're going to work the thumbs to stimulate your cortex energy, your brain energy. And then once you're done, see, knows how I'm pressing pretty forcefully. My fingers turning white. And then afterwards, you could come back and work on every single tip like this. And you're going to do this on both hands because your brain obviously is from the front and all the way to the back. And when you do reflexology, it must be done on both feet, both hands. If you're going to do the ears, both ears. There's such thing as face reflexology and foot reflexology. So those are my questions that have been addressed to me. I would love to talk more. Rose, if you have a question for me, here's your chance. You have like a private audience. Would align the chakras help migraines and do any other suggestion for managing them? Well, migraine headaches, more times than not, has something to do with the sixth chakra, the third eye. Chances are very good. You're probably a heavy thinker. You probably overanalyze and let me know if I'm hit something about you. So if you're dwelling a lot on your thoughts about what you would like to do, or basically you've been stuck, a lot of times that energy is stuck in the third eye. And you'd be surprised, even focus on breathing will help to open up that chakra right there. Because one thing about chakra work, and we'll talk more about this later on, it needs direction from you. Um, it needs a lot of direction because, like a traffic cop, you just imagine you're directing traffic. You have to direct traffic in your body because without it, your energy doesn't know what to do. So it gets rampant. It either becomes deficient or excessive. And obviously, the goal is to be balanced. So, one of the things, Amy Rose, really focus on your breathing. And when you start to get stuck on a thought, this is really important. You got to ask yourself, why are you focusing so much on this one thought? And how's it serving you? Because more times when we become frustrated, if you notice, all we do is cycle around and we become more frustrated, like what I was at 8 o'clock tonight. And instead of getting frustrated, I said, you know what? There's a reason for this delay. Maybe it's to have a private audience with you, Amy Rose. So focus on your breath. I know I have a video on my YouTube channel just for migraines. In fact, I have two of them. If you look under migraines, you'll see what comes up. All right, dear? So let's try again next Monday. Everything is working. Let's do another live chat with the reflexologist and ask your question. Are you doing good, Amy Rose? I'm hoping very much. And get my book. If you have a chance, get my the chakra book, and you're going to learn why that energy is stuck in your head. So this is Helen Chinlu from the Healing Place. I am going to sign off. And Amy Rose, thank you for joining me, even though it's a little bit late. Be well. Bye-bye.